Howdy folks, I'm Brian and here's some advice. Today's letter is titled, Am I a Jerk for Washing My Boyfriend's Clothes? And this is from Enough Pressure. I'm a 22-year-old female and my boyfriend is a 27-year-old male. He asked me to wash some of his clothes for him since I was doing laundry today. I told him to put any clothes that he wanted washed into my hamper and that I would include them in my next load. He left his wallet and a pair of pants to be washed, but I didn't notice when I was putting them into the washing machine. And I assumed that he would have checked them anyways, considering that he had already put them in my hamper. So basically, I accidentally washed his wallet. He was looking to leave the house and is notorious for misplacing his keys and wallet and then freaks out when he can't find them. And then he wants to leave. And I couldn't find his wallet, so he starts getting angry and asking if I've seen it. I asked him maybe he left it in the pants that he asked me to wash. And he says, "You didn't check? What the hell?" And I said, "No, I don't leave my wallet in my pants, so I didn't think to check." Cue anger from him. I go and stop the wash cycle. It had been running for about 5 minutes. And I check, and lo and behold, there in his pocket was the wallet. Soaked, but luckily nothing was ruined. All of his business cards, money, ID, etc. were all fine. But he is so incredibly, seemingly irrationally angry at me and said that I was being careless and that I've ruined his day by accidentally washing his wallet. At first I apologized, but now I'm kind of upset that he blames me completely and tells me never to touch his clothes again. Let's not talk about this because I'm too mad to speak to you, etc. I feel like I made an honest mistake. And quite frankly, I'm angry now that he's making such a big deal out of it. He's stomping around the house like a toddler right now, slamming doors because he doesn't get to go to the gun show like he wanted to. With a wet wallet? None of his cash that he set aside to purchase a gun was even in the wallet. So it's all dry, he could still purchase a gun. Anyway, I want to know if I'm being biased, and if I really did do something wrong by not checking his pants, and even giving him some sass by saying, "I don't leave my wallet in my pockets." Am I a jerk? Alright, OP, you're not a jerk here, and your boyfriend is a scary person. I'm going to tell you that right now. I'm going to read this first comment here, and this sums up basically what I feel. Not the jerk, this is actually a little scary. He's both throwing a temper tantrum and trying to buy a gun. Yeah, and that was from Dazed and Confused. Yeah, I agree. I agree with you there, Dazed and Confused. This is bananas. Your boyfriend is throwing a temper tantrum because his wallet was wet? I've washed my wallet before. I was unhappy, but I didn't throw a temper tantrum about it. It doesn't make any sense. Like, oh, it doesn't even ruin a day. It's like, oh, I washed my wallet. Oh well. I guess I have to let it sit and dry. If he had money, then he could still go to the gun show and he could still do whatever he wanted to do. You didn't ruin his day. He ruined his day by acting like an infant. You also are probably in an abusive relationship. This almost sounds like it could. There are some red flags here, and I know that sometimes on this subreddit people jump to conclusions with the red flags and whatnot, but there are definitely some red flags here that I think you should consider. Maybe this is a one-time thing. Maybe this is the only time he's ever acted this way. If so, then maybe you could let him have a pass. I would really be careful here. I would really consider your situation. I would really consider your boyfriend's behaviors. He could be controlling you and manipulating you. Sometimes it's very hard when you're in a relationship to see those red flags and see those signs, but even from the small glimpse that I've given here, it really seems a little disconcerting. He asked you to do him a favor, you did him a favor, but he didn't take the responsibility to actually check his pockets. You check your pockets before you throw things in the wash, or they're going to get washed. This is another thing that you kind of mentioned in the letter that is terrible at finding his stuff. My recommendation on that is something that I've done for years. I actually, when I empty out my wallet, I always put my wallet and keys and everything in one place every single day, and it lives there. So anytime I sit down, I take my wallet out and I put it in that one spot. Same thing for my keys. So every single time I leave the house or a door that I have to lock behind me, I always check my pockets to make sure I have my keys. But again, not to put too fine of a point on it, you really should consider your boyfriend's behavior, and I would be wary of this whole situation with him. He seems to have some red flag behaviors. Maybe, again, you should sit down and talk to him. Anyhow, take care, good luck, and I hope that you're able to work things out with your boyfriend or find a better partner. Alright folks, that's all the time we have for today. Hopefully you enjoyed the story. If you did, consider giving me a thumbs up. If you didn't, consider giving me a thumbs down. I'll see you all later.